So here's a few drills that I learnt to open up into my hip flexors as I'm back bending, but also strength and control of the movement. So the body needs to be slightly twisted but straight at the same time. It sounds controversial, but to create smooth back bends, things like lowering and dropping a hip will help to lift up on the other side and come forward, and also get into more range of motion through the hip flexors. So these drills really are helping me, and so I'm practicing them a few times a week, and I thought that maybe they might be also great for you. So the first one, I like to get into wheel this way because it gives mobility in the shoulder. So the first one is coming up into wheel here, and then rocking back and forth into the shoulders, keeping my head looking towards my heels and my head behind my arms, so not up here. From here, after I've done a few rocks, is lifting up through one leg and dropping down into the other. So straightening the leg, dropping down to the hip flexor. So this really helps me open up into my hip flexors. Then from there, kicking along the ground and hitting the head. Kicking along the ground and hitting the head. Keeping myself pushing forward, not leaning backwards. And I do about 10 repetitions. So it's really getting into my hip flexor strength. So as I come down, I like to rotate round on the other shoulder as well to get down into it. So the next one I like to do is a rotational movement. Working into the rotation as you twist your body and you're looking towards your heels through your hands again, and then you're bringing your knee over and you're joining the knees in a clam type of situation. So what it does is it really opens up into the side body, but it's really intense and hard to kind of maneuver, and one side is definitely not as beautiful as the other side. So coming back over, thunder, strong, finding your position, maybe just opening out a little bit, making sure you're not too far away with your hands and your feet, turning the foot out that you're going to rotate towards, bringing the knee up, rotating your bottom towards the ceiling, pushing away with your hands and coming towards your heel, and then rotating and dropping down and up, down and up. From here, what you can do is low kicks to help that rotation as well. And then you do exactly the same. You may even want to find a little bit closer to the other side. This side is not my preferred side. So coming down, knee up, bum up, head towards heel, and pulsing up and down. Finding that movement, knees towards each other. And then from there, kicking forward by keeping the kick low. And coming back round and slowly dropping down. So these exercises have really helped to start to grow into hip flexor, also strength of back bend work. They're great if you're working into contortion or deeper, thunder, very deep back bends, and you want control. And I found that my back has been a little bit less pained when I do this as well. And so the last one, I'm not sure how much my legs will get into the movement. The last one will be working on your hip flexors as you lift up a leg and extend, and you move your body towards your hands, so you're working towards going into a chin stand. So coming up into your movements, bringing your leg in and your other leg turns out and lifts up. From here, you need to look back, put the weight in your heel, lift up your leg again and come towards your heel, coming down like you're about to go into a chin stand. Making sure your shoulders are not rotating, they're keeping straight. You're looking back, dropping that hip that's on the lower, twisting and coming back down towards a chin stand and lifting that leg up and rotating. So these movements are really helping in growing deeper, more controlled movements. I thought maybe that you also may like, and they may help you to grow a little bit towards your movements. Ciao.